All right, well, we're in Albany, New York now, downtown Albany, at the Port of Albany. And we're going to look at the USS Slater. This is a Destroyer Escort that was used in World War II. The sign says it's the last one of these exact type of ships that is still afloat. Let's take a look at it. All right, now I'll just give a little general information. Here's my shadow. This, like I said, was a destroyer escort, or is a destroyer escort, and it was used in World War II. During World War II, when the U.S. was shipping much needed supplies to Britain, German submarines were destroying those ships and trying to starve Britain out of the war. And ships like this one we're looking at became the solution. And of course, they could locate the submarines, and using hedgehogs and depth charges, they could destroy those submarines. This particular ship made 5 transatlantic missions escorting those convoys. And then it ended up, at the very end of the war, going to the Pacific Theater for a very short time. It was named after Frank O. Slater, who was a sailor killed in the Battle of Guadalcanal. He was manning an anti-aircraft gun in a Japanese bomber that had been wounded, intentionally flew into his station. He fired right up until the very last moment. He and I think 10 or 11 other crew members were all killed in that crash. All right, I was able to get some footage on board, and I'll just stand here and narrate that. This is the kitchen, a very small kitchen, still operational. Not everything you'll see in there is original. These are the hedgehog. The hedgehogs, they could be sent out and cast a wide net. If they came in contact with a submarine, that was it. This is the captain's, or I'm sorry, the officers' quarters, I believe. There were 12 officers on board with 200 enlisted men. And there's, you see those surgical lamps. This is the officers' dining area, but it also doubled as an operating room if necessary. They would perform the operations right on that table. I don't think they ever had to do that, but it was, if necessary. That hammock is set up for any guest that was on board. This is the area where the rest of the crew would have their meals. This is just a look at the living accommodations. Every little bit of space on board a ship like this is at a premium. And here's a look on the deck. That gun was just used for training, but then there are some others that were used in defense of the ship. This ship did not see a lot of action according to the logs, but like I said, it made 5 missions across the Atlantic. A high-tech operations center. Those depth charges would be set for a certain depth, and if they exploded near a submarine. They didn't have to make contact with the submarine. Just near the submarine was enough to neutralize it. There they are again. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this very quick look at the USS Slater. And this is part 2 of a little series I'm doing in conjunction with Veterans Day. But we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.